Hi, Nidhi. I want to thank you so much for being with me on this video. I'm super excited about what you have to offer for our play therapy community. And I just learned about your incredible trainings and your products. And I know I'm going to meet you in person here soon at the Neuroscience of Play Therapy. So before we get started, I would love for you just to introduce yourself. Just tell people who you are and what you do.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with me, Jackie. I'm here in sunny Florida, in Orlando, heading my way up from Trinidad. So I am from the Caribbean, the islands of Trinidad and Tobago. So primarily, I work there as a clinical and counseling psychologist. I've been in child protection agencies working with significant trauma survivors for about 11 years in that company. And then I also am the director of Caribbean Sandtray Institute, where we teach credentialed Sandtray therapy trainings with the full beach vacation, as I love to include that. I am a neuroscience geek because I love Sandry, and this took me down a path where I understood what I was doing and why I was doing, and then I saw all of that healing in clients. So I love to share this with other therapists so that they can feel better about what they do and see true progress. So I'm totally excited about coming to neuroscience of play therapy. I see the amazing work you and Dora have been doing. So thank you very much for having me come along.
Oh my goodness, it's our honor. And there's nothing like a quality training. When we get quality trainings and we're able to bring it into our practice, then we can take that deep healing work to some beautiful spaces. You know what's cool, Nidhi, is you're in my sand tray right now. I just moved to this office, so I didn't have a space. So I just propped up my computer right there and see the heart.
It's lovely. Yes.
I'm sitting in
You
my
have that right there.
So Trinidad, wow. So not only like an amazing training, it's in Trinidad, and Trinidad is like paradise. It's beautiful.
It is. I hope you'd come.
Before we started this video, you showed me some, I think of them as cognition cards because I'm an EMDR therapist as well. But these are like little cards with thoughts on them that learn limitations. I'm trained in hypnotherapy too. So many different names for the same thing. Can you share them? And I'm just going to pin you so everyone can see it clearly.
Yes, sure. And there's a little story behind these. So I've got lots of cards that say positive things. I am safe. I am powerful. I am supported.
Mm,
I am free to be myself.
mm,
I also have I am worthy and I am enough. But what the key to this is that we often live in the lack. So
yeah.
I have the lack for each one.
Mm,
I am I am not enough. So imagine how many people go around thinking and believing just because something happened maybe in our adulthood or even our early childhood in that attachment sense. So I work with the positive and the negative.
oh, I love that. I love that.
Mhm.
And I
So
think
this
when we
is key.
identify the negative, we're able to go to those spaces that need healed. If we only focus on the positive, then we're missing out on the good processing. I love that they don't, can you hold them up one more time? I love that they don't have actual images that go with them because then they can very much be kind of customized to whatever it feels like for the person. I don't belong, I'm unsupported. Girl, those are beautiful.
So each of these I've just been practicing with my clients, working with them in the sand tree. And I do a bit of, well, I'm a brain
Mhm.
spotter, so I do that with brain spotting. And then with EMDR, you could definitely utilize it. And I love how they merge with the therapies. So I've studied a lot in terms of the neuroscience of even manifestation and rewiring the brain, because I mean, my clients get stuck even after they work through the trauma. I do a lot of TFCBT as well. You'll just see them stuck and not moving. Oh, I have this line as well. This one my teenagers made me make FOMO.
Oh, I love
It's
Fear of Missing Out. I
and the yeah.
love
Oops.
Trapped. Oh, those are bright and very like attractive, appealing
Mhm.
to adolescents, actually to anyone. They're shiny too. So they go right in the sand. They're pretty
Yeah.
durable.
And they can get wet. So if you have wet sand, my teenagers, they love these things. My adults use them as well.
Oh, they
But
can get wet. Okay.
they can. They can. So even in the wet sand, it's oh,
I love your
I
fingernails. They match them too.
thank you.
I am a,
So yeah, I mean, I imagine, especially like after the pandemic, how many persons felt so alone.
yeah.
Even when you're in the room with persons, we feel alone. So it's about rewiring that brain chemistry from going into these negative cognitions, which are they're so automatic because that neural pattern has been ingrained in us since probably childhood. So using the Sandry and the neuroscience of Sandry, as well as the neuroscience of how to rewire our brain for positive, to get out of the negative feedback loop into a more positive feedback loop takes a lot of gaining that sort of like muscle memory, but that neuronal path memory to strengthen. So I do that in a 2-day training, rewiring the brain, but that's an advanced sound therapy training. Um,
That sounds
and
amazing. I think about like how that impacts relationships. If I
mhm.
feel alone, I mean, being alone with someone else is like the
Yeah,
worst kind of lonely. Like when you're literally with someone and you feel alone. Now, sometimes it's relational dynamics, but sometimes that attachment stuff makes it to where it's challenging to connect with someone, to where you feel alone even when they're making bids for connection and things are safe. I love that. And you have how to just, do that primarily in the sand tray from a
mhm.
neuroscience basis and integrate it with brain spotting. I'm trained in brain spotting too. I love
Yeah,
it.
that's awesome.
Now, I want to make sure people know where to access your trainings and get the cards and anything
Mhm.
that you have to offer. And you said you have a website. I'm going
Yeah,
to put the link below this video. So if you're watching this video, you could just click on the link. But Nidhi, could you just say it aloud if someone's just listening so they could hear it?
sure. It's CaribbeanSandtray.com. So CaribbeanSandtray.com. So you can go there.
CaribbeanSandtray.com. Caribbean. So that's where the trainings are located in paradise.
It is.
Okay.
So just to add to that, so that training, the one in person, is a credentialed sound therapy training. So yes, you get quality training, but it's not just a certificate. You walk out with a credential. It is about 6 months. We do 4 days in person beginning and then 4 days in person at the end, which you get your beach fills on both occasions or rivers and waterfalls. I tailor it to what each person likes. And then we have about 6 months of additional training and supervision. So it's really a comprehensive package that you're getting so that you don't walk out feeling like you don't have all the tools. You even get like a wooden sand tray and sand and miniatures for your collection. I also give my clients, my students access to a portal that will help them in any different things that I'm not skilled in. So there's a portal for Santry and EMDR, a portal for Santry and animal assisted therapy. So all those things come in to really make sure that you're not just working out knowing a little bit about Santry, you're working out knowing that you know what to do and you've been guided along to be the best therapist that you can be so that our clients can get the best version of us with that quality training. So I really look forward to persons signing in for the ICE. It's called the ICE credential, which comes from the International Association of Sound Therapy.
Okay. Oh,
So,
yeah. Oh, wow.
so
Oh, so it's
that's really
through
what we're
that.
looking
Okay,
for.
the IAST. So let me just kind of summarize, make sure I heard you right. Like there's in person and the beginning and the end that are kind of like the intensive, but in between, there's some online like supervision, consultation components, and then they get Sandtray, they get some miniatures, and they get all the support. And at the end, they have a International Association of Sandtray Therapy credential. So
Yes, and
they are well trained.
well
Wow, when they
taken
say
care
they
of
are,
and
I'm
well
thinking about
treated.
doing it myself. That sounds incredible. And
And you
then,
get to taste all the local foods too.
oh, this sounds amazing. So, I mean, this might be like a little, I know there's no such thing as a stupid question, but do you like have like do people make their own travel arrangements, or do you have lodging that people go to, or what's the logistics of it?
So I have different cohorts who prefer different things. So I work one-on-one with the cohort. Sometimes they want to do the first one, they come in and it's in Trinidad. I show you the list of hotels that you need that are nearby. So they organize their flights and their hotels. I organize all the food and the tours. So and even getting you from the airport to the hotel, we arrange all that. Um, and then the second, that level 3 and 4 at the end is kind of special. Sometimes we go to our sister island, Tobago, and we get a house or another beach house in a different part so that they already know each other. This cohort has gone through 6 months of working with each other
Oh,
and even cleaning off their own mirror because you're working on yourself too. So that you're learning how to do this and you're embodying that attunement to yourself and your own nervous system so that you can give this to others. At levels 3 and 4, sometimes we do a beach house rental, so it's a little bit more fun.
oh,
And then also I go to other countries. So, for example, I went to Canada and last year I had one in Florida as well. So, and I'm chatting with persons in Australia and Singapore to do trainings there. So it's not limited to Trinidad. I can go to other places with all my miniatures and train other persons. So it's really a beautiful, unique experience and one that I love to personalize.
oh, I love it. Oh, I could feel your beautiful heart coming through it too. It seems like, I mean, I have some friends. You may know Beth Moore and like
Yes,
Bianca.
Bianca
And
Kisselrig.
I met them at the business of therapy training, and Lindsay,
Hmm.
like all of them, they're like lifelong friends now. Dana
Yes.
Smith, like the relationships, gosh, it makes me kind of teary-eyed to think about it. The relationships are beautiful. And you say cleaning off your own mirror, when we do our own healing work, then we then are more accessible in a way for clients that we're not otherwise. Wow, what a beautiful opportunity. Okay, so the link below is where they can just
Great.
access your website and anything that you have to offer at the time. And I'm so glad that you're doing all this. This is beautiful. I love that this is
Yes.
available to our play therapy community and anybody
Thank you
really.
very much.
That's
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of it. I have like introduction ones and then advanced ones and then the whole credentials. If you just want to dip your toes in, it's fine. And I love to add all the different types of play, because that are not often explored because I love to use I'm interested in a lot of crystals and
that's
gemstones.
let me pin you. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful.
This is my quantum quartz here.
Quantum quartz. They all have meaning. And then you have some bracelets
Yeah.
on, right?
These are rose quartz.
Mm.
This one is jade, which goes next to copper.
Oh,
Um, so
oh,
they
the connection of copper is like there's a meaning behind that.
yeah, jade has an element where it could go for success, and pairing it with copper has some research showed that it actually it lifts its ability to project that energy. So
Oh, so
um,
cool. So cool. And then your
so
healing.
imagine, yeah, using I can't see which ones I have on.
Oh,
I
beautiful.
think I can't tell if I can't. I think these are turquoise.
You're one energetic, beautiful soul sharing sharing your passion with the world. I love it. And you even
Yeah.
mentioned manifestation makes me think about vision boards and being
Oh,
able to really
yes.
kind of focus our desires and wishes and move towards that.
Yes, and it's a beautiful thing because you're basically building a vision board, and you could do this in play and in Sandtray play therapy because you're having persons who can't necessarily, or they don't commit to building that vision board or writing, that they're choosing the miniatures, they're choosing the toys, and they're acting it out. And then there's a stream of, the neural sense where you're actually clicking into the motivation part of our brain. Because if I've already done it, then I know it's possible and I'm going to be more motivated to do it. So these things, when I see kids just playing it out in the sand and you're like, okay, how is this going to show at the end of the year? And then we work through it. And so it's enlightening for them. And it's all play. It's all
Oh,
play.
interesting. So as they visualize it and they've done it, it then becomes history for the mind, and history has already happened, and then it's something that's predictable and familiar. And
Mhm.
wow. So then the nervous system is more at a kind of regulated state to go forward with it rather than it feeling scary and unknown. That thing, I just got it. That's
And you explained
amazing.
it beautifully.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Right.
Girl, I can't wait to meet you. All right.
It's
Click the link below to look at Nidhi's website, and I'm excited about all you have to offer. Thank you.
Thank you very much.